Namaste to all of you. Today I am going to introduce micro yoga practices for developing the power of chest and for developing the power of abdomen. Now let me start from number 22nd practice. This practice is for developing the power of chest. Stand straight, gaze in the front, and simply with inhalation raise your arms over the head. Drop your hands little bit backward and drop your head little bit backward. Expand your chest as out as possible. And with exhalation, simply bring your hands back. Repeat this practice for 5 to 10 times in the beginning. If you are comfortable and confident, you can perform this practice a little bit fast. You can look at me for once. There is one contraindication in this practice. If someone is suffering from cardiac problems, do not perform this practice rapidly. Perform this practice slowly according to your problems and according to your capacity. Now, number 23rd practice is again for the development of your chest. For this practice, you have to raise your arms by sidewise. Inhale. And with exhalation, simply come back. There is little bit change in this practice in the position of your arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In the beginning, perform this practice for 5 to 10 times, and if you are comfortable and confident, you can perform this practice a little bit fast. Look at me. For performing this practice rapidly, there is some contraindication. If someone is suffering from cardiac problems, do not perform this practice rapidly. Now, for number 24th to 33rd practice is based on development of your abdomen, for developing the strength and power of your abdomen. Now, for this practice, number 24th practice is gaze in the front and inhale and exhale. With inhalation, expand your abdomen, and with exhalation, pull your stomach as inside as possible, like a fly block. Inhale. And with exhalation, inhale. Expand your abdomen and stay here for few seconds. And with exhalation, release your abdomen. You can look at me from the front side. Inhale. And with exhalation, in this way, perform this practice for about 5 to 10 times in the beginning. Expand your abdomen as much as possible and hold it for few seconds, and with exhalation, release your abdomen and pull your stomach as inside as possible. Now, number 25th practice is perform rapid inhalation and exhalation with little bit jerk on the abdominal region. Look at me. In the beginning, perform this practice for 5 to 10 times. Now, for number 26th practice is drop your head backward and perform rapid inhalation and exhalation in the same way. In the beginning, perform this practice for 5 to 10 times. Now, for number 27th practice is gaze in the front on the floor a little bit far from your toes and perform rapid inhalation and exhalation in the same way as you've done just before. In the beginning, perform this practice for 5 to 10 times. Now, for next practice is number 28 practice is you inhale from your mouth by making your mouth as light as a beak of crow. Inhale from the mouth, retain your breath inside, and blow your cheeks as out as possible. Then bend your neck forward, tighten your abdomen, feel the breath inside of the body, and once you feel uncomfortable, release the practice by exhaling through the nostrils. Now look at me for once. In the beginning, repeat this practice for 5 to 10 times. Hold your breath inside according to your capacity. Now our next 29th practice is place your both hands beside of your waist. You can place your fingers on the back side and thumb in the front side so that you will get good support on the back. In this practice, bend at 45 degrees in forward and simply inhale and exhale rapidly with little bit jerk on the abdomen. In the beginning, perform this practice for 5 to 10 times. Next 30 number practice is bend at 90 degrees and repeat the same practice. In the beginning, perform this practice for about 5 to 10 times. Now, next practice, number 31. Bend at 45 degrees, and in this practice, exhale completely. Retain your breath outside and move your abdomen. That is also called abdominal pumping. Without inhalation and exhalation, with keeping your breath outside. Number 32 practice is bend at 90 degrees. Exhale completely, retain your breath outside and pump your abdomen again for about 5 to 10 times. perform this practice for 5 to 10 times in the beginning. And if you are comfortable, you can perform more than that. It depends on your capacity. Now, last practice for the abdomen is known as nollie. For this practice, you can open your feet, legs apart, little bit as width of your shoulder, and simply inhale, exhale completely. Place your both the hands over the knee, over the thigh. Retain your breath outside and try to bring your rectus muscles in the middle. And then if you are comfortable, you can rotate your rectus muscles. You can look at me for once. Once you feel uncomfortable with inhalation, release the practice and come back. You can perform this practice for 5 to 10 times in the beginning. And the very important thing is, if anybody is suffering from cardiac problems and any kinds of injury, do not perform this practice with rapid inhalation and exhalation and by keeping your breath outside. Make sure that there is no any severe medical problems. Now, these were the practices for your chest region and for your abdominal region. Thank you very much for watching this video. Namaste.